so Dodgers, and they're the best team in the entire league right now, so they're pretty heavily favored to win. And you just went live, didn't you?
I did. Hi, everyone. Welcome to a Dodgers cast. We're here talking all things Dodgers.
Go Doyers!
Doyers. Yep.
Doyers.
Doyers.
This is, it's big. It's all we've been talking about. Everyone on this channel, not just Ka.
We're just heavy sports fans. Look at me. Look at all the sports I love right here behind me. Don't you feel that I love sports?
Yeah, look at all of the vast array of sports behind me.
I have a question. Oh yeah,
a
go ahead.
jersey and Kimmy Schmidt, where Titus wears it, and it just says sports. And I've always wanted that jersey.
I do remember that jersey. Well, it's good to have you all here. We are down one Zekas, but otherwise the party is complete, and we have a major mission for you on behalf of one Sherlock Holmes, who, well, we'll get to all that, but before we do, we have to open a die from the guy who is your erstwhile ally, maybe future enemy, Mr. Dracula. So, today is the 21st of the month, which means I get to open box 21 right here. I have sent to the players what dice remain from the different sort of sets. So all the blood dice have now been picked up. From the wolf set, all that remains is a d6 and a d6 and percentile. I said d6 and d12. Everything is wrong. Oh, it's d6 and d12. d6 and percentile. Okay. Of the mist, what did I say is remaining from the mist? d20 and d12. That's correct. What did I say is left of the moon? d8, d10, d20. That's right. Okay, so the wolf. So in addition to the thing I said for the stake, because also we got guys, this is not going well for me tonight. I'm not in a good place. In addition to the stake die being miscommunicated in the thing I sent them, also, so we have a burnt umber or burnt orange so far, but there could be others, but there also could not be. So it's wolf d6 or d%. Okay. So
Moon D20.
You're saying moon d20.
I'm gonna stick with wolf d6.
Moon d20, wolf
last
d6.
night.
Wild card. Just wild card. I don't know what the heck.
Well, you gotta pick one. If you call it right, it's the hugest thing, but you can't just say something. You can't just say other.
Fine. Van Helsing dice. I don't know.
Oh, you don't even have to say a size. If it's a Van Helsing die, I'll be like, yeah, impressive.
I can't wait for you to open a picture of Hugh Jackman's face right now.
Felicia, do you want to guess one?
Okay, what was the last one that you opened?
The last thing I got was the steak. So
Okay.
it could be a steak of a different color.
What was the one you got before that?
I believe the one before that was I think it was a blood one. I think it was the last blood. So,
I was really hoping you were just gonna keep asking Philip to
imagine-
go
I'm like,
backward,
keep going.
to go
What's the one
backwards
before that?
through every die.
golly, I think the one before that was the mist. I think the one before that was the mist percentile. No, I think the one before that was the mist D10. I remember it was one of these mist percentile ones because I remember that getting completed right before that. That kind of pair.
Okay, I'm gonna say Moon D8.
Moon D8, Moon D20, Wolf D6, Van Helsing. All right. Wolf D20, Mist D8, Wolf D6, Van Helsing. I hope someone wins something tonight because it's more fun that way. And it is Moon D20.
Oh!
Hey.
You called
I
for
finally got one!
You called it. Congratulations. Last year, Dan called like 3 in a row, and it was really
Okay,
upsetting
no,
to
we're not talking
everyone.
about him. What did I win?
This year, Dan has gotten one,
sure.
Kevin's gotten one, you've gotten one. All right. And the
Sure, what
inaugural roll was a 17. Congratulations.
That is how much luck she has this session. She has
Let's see.
17 luck this session.
What benefit will
Yes.
we give you?
I like that one.
What was the
I
benefit?
I get
She has
17 luck
She has
this
that
session.
much luck this session.
17 luck? 17
Yeah.
luck dice?
I accept it. I accept. It's been done.
I'll tell you what.
I mean-
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. We'll make it luck based because of the presence of Kevin not here. Like, we'll rub this into Kevin's face. This week, Asha, everyone, let's go ahead and roll our luck. So roll 4d8. But Asha, your baseline will be your baseline will be higher the way that Kevin's is for being lucky.
Rad. 2 8s.
2 8s. So you have 6 luck for the day.
Take that, Kevin. Ha.
There you go.
The 1 week that he's not here.
Yeah, he's not even here to witness it.
We're also going to casino. Suck it.
When he got his right, I added that casino Carl to the thing. So yeah, that was in his honor.
No matches, so I
No
believe I
matches.
have
You have
luck.
3 today.
All right.
Niet.
3 for you as well. Nova, did you get any matches?
I'm rolling. 2 5s.
2 5s. You'll have 4. So we have 3, 3, 4, and 6. Asha winning big today. Because you called the moon. Shoot the moon. That's where you get 0 in like hearts, right? You take no tricks in hearts. Isn't that?
I think it's where you land among the stars.
Okay.
Um,
Well, now I'm in a bad mood.
I have no idea what's happening anymore.
Is it in spades, maybe?
Don't worry, nobody knows how to play hearts anymore, so don't worry about it. But yes, you take like the 0 points, and enough of them, it counts as it loops back around to be the most amount of points.
Yeah.
High risk, high reward. I think that's the shoot the moon thing in hearts.
Oh, you want to get all the hearts and the queen of hearts. You shoot the moon.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Well, enough about hearts. Let's talk about hearts in our hearts. In our last session, the team took stock of the various, allies that they'd met, and after their sort of conversation with Maisie, which everyone was very uncomfortable, it was ultimately proposed 3 possible allies that you would sort of maybe put your weight behind, the options being Etcher from the Berlowick cluster, Sherlock Holmes, who you've known and been irritated by before, or Igor. And in the end, it was chosen Sherlock Holmes was opted to be the right call. So, a group of our heroes, I believe it was Dominic, Zekas, and Cosmonocelot, ventured to the Plane of Swords in the Dealer's Cluster, which you can see more of on our Wednesday game, the Deck of Long Lost Things, where they met Sherlock Holmes as he was participating in a sword fighting contest and doing the predictably, don't distract me, this is busy, and then doing all of his plot exposition and argument while casually doing a sword fight. He did basically agree, but he was sort of doing the typical stuff you would expect where he's like, I'm in charge, you must do what I say. Dominic was actually rather swayed by Sherlock's, deductive reasoning, and Sherlock was kind of complimentary to Dominic in that he found Dominic to be unpretentious, at least, which is something not all detectives are.
His perfectly executed plots, he saw 5 million years in advance, 500 IQ. He knew Zekas was going to get that one enchanted sword, even better than the defender.
Yeah.
Maybe not, but...
Yeah. So yes, also, speaking of which, after all of this, Zekas decided to swords were kind of the currency here. Everyone was betting various swords. Cosmonocelot put up he has now lost a little, flashlight type sword thing that he had on his suit, coincidentally, but he won a couple of other swords, and thanks to a very good luck roll from Pierce last time. Kevin challenged, said he'll throw his hat in the ring with his elvish blade, which they'd never seen the like of. He wound up fighting against a Knight of the Blades, which was kind of like a construct being who was made of blades and knives and daggers, a very sort of frightening figure. It was made clear to him by Sherlock, you can't win this fight, this is a bad idea. You have maybe one opportunity and it's a long shot anyway. Zekas attempted anyway. He was disarmed of his sword, which this Knight of the Blades took into himself. So he didn't get they were sort of putting up their blade, so he didn't get the super magical sword that was being offered. However, Cosmonocelot did have a magical sword among swords that he didn't then bet on Zekas, which was a Shatter Spike sword. So that honestly would have been the perfect sword for Zekas to have fought with in that battle, since it does crits against constructs. Anyway, the point being, Zekas has a new sword that's magical, not the one he wanted. He lost his elvish sword, so that's a shame for him. But the group came back with Sherlock in tow. Sherlock and Henry immediately started bickering about who knew what beforehand. Sort of Sherlock said, but it's very clear what we must do. The game is afoot. So we've now entered a new phase of voting where Sherlock sort of throws his weight behind one of the options, but you guys are not required to do what he says. There is still a vote. But I sort of explained it. The thing
But he
basically
sort of puts his thumb on the scale.
it's if there are not a total of 6 votes every day, any leftover votes automatically go to Sherlock's option. So you kind of need to, like, you know, if you're wanting to not do the Sherlock thing, you'll need to have like a bigger quorum of maybe 4 people or so going for it, which is entirely plausible because Sherlock's plans might be weird. This week, Sherlock said we need to go to CC 7722, that world where everything's important, where it's all sort of dictating stuff. There's something you'll need to do there based on a TTRPG about the Nightmare Rider. Whereas the other option was to try to go get all of Igor's stuff without Igor's help, to just have it without, you know, entangling yourself. That one was listed as extremely hard, and had you guys chosen that one, it would have been a deadly mission today, which would have been fun. But instead, here we are. So as I drink my non-alcoholic Negroni, ooh, bitter and unpleasant, but very pleasant. We will jump into this because, as Sherlock said at the end of last session, the game is afoot. So, you guys rest for a day. Zekas actually will say that Zekas was so tired out from the fight that he wants to go get in the hot tub, but is kind of like, okay, now that he knows what the vibe of that place is, he's less into the hot tub, but there are nice bathtubs within Course Court, so he can go soak in one of those. In the meantime, sort of Henry and Sherlock are having many conversations. Anyone who would like to can do a Detect Vibe read person roll. As
You know what?
Witness these
Why
conversations from afar.
How does luck work again?
Luck? How does luck work? If you ever need, if something is ever entirely based on chance instead of like a skill, you just roll luck.
Right. Okay. I thought I remembered wrong. Okay. Cool. Never mind.
Yeah.
2 7s.
2 7s.
So I assume that if there's any ambiguity, I'll automatically take Sherlock's side in the argument.
Understood. Yes. You said 3 1s, Nova. Nice. Okay. Cosmo Ocelot.
Nothing.
Nothing. Asha.
I didn't roll. I only have 2.
Not even tried. Cool. Dominic. Yes, with 2 7s, you can tell that Henry and Sherlock are at odds about what they should do. And as far as you can tell, the nature of the disagreement is it's not like a massive disagreement. It's more like strategic. But Sherlock is insisting that this is the best path forward. Nova, with a 3rd degree success, you have a sense that Sherlock is probably being purposefully irritating. Like, he's not even, like, he's not saying the wrong thing, but he's being really, like, he's like, it has to be this way for no other reason than to make Henry mad. There you go.
Hilarious.
Um...
I'm gonna just let them fight.
Let them fight. So basically, Henry will say fine, and he'll sort of...
Meeting was supposed to start 10 minutes ago.
Henry just sort of walks away from Sherlock and says, very well, everyone is here. We can, yes, I think Zekas is not going to be joining you on a mission today. He's still rather banged up from his fight yesterday, which I think, but, and Sherlock goes, perfect, you're all here, so now we can begin. And Henry's like, yes, Sherlock, why don't you go ahead, and yes, by all means. Thank you, Henry. Yes, I was in planning on it. After all, I'm the one designing this entire strategy against our shared adversary.
Oh,
So-
excellent. What sort of brilliant stratagems have you got for us?
Dominic, only the most brilliant stratagem. And fortunately, Henry's divinations have done me the honor of agreeing with my obvious correctness. So, here is the plan, my friends. You're going back to the world that you visited on numerous occasions before, one that shapes the fortunes of not only the so-called superstar universe, a universe that, for the record, I do exist in, and have met some of the heroes of thanks to time travel on numerous occasions, but it also shapes other worlds, other fictional realities there that actually do exist within the multiverse and give rise and power to our enemy, the Nightmare Rider.
Oh no, not that really weird plane with only humans in it, right?
Ah, yes, sadly, I believe Henry can glamour you all into looking more humanoid, those of you who require it, being Asha, Cosmonaut, and Dominic. Nova, of course, you can look like your lovely self as you stand there now. You're going to go to CC772 to meet with an individual who is publishing something called a tabletop role-playing game.
Okay. What type of system?
It is very straight. The details of the system are irrelevant. These games are sort of a childish.
That's sort of whole game.
What's that?
What?
Well, that is sort of whole point of game, right? It's system, so.
Indeed. The system is irrelevant, and you don't really need to get into the sort of... Well, I suppose, if any of you do have any understanding of games, I suppose you can analyze the systems. It's all about simple probabilities. It's really child's play and sort of imaginary play, and it's very stupid, to be honest with you, but that is the purpose of this sort of tabletop role-playing game. The point is...
Three threes.
For what?
I have gaming. So I understand games.
Oh. If you just say you understand games, Sherlock says, "Oh well, then yes, Asha. If you would like, if you would like to look over the game once you're there, you're welcome to peruse it and analyze it, and any insights you have are interesting. But I will tell you, the clue is not in the game. The clue is what is in the game. Yes.
So,
And the game is a foot. You always say this. Sorry.
Is that what you meant by the game is a foot? That this game we're being a part of? Sorry, Nova.
I see that the males in this society, like most, always speak over the women. Yes, Nova, what was it you were trying to say?
Are we gonna get to play the game? Because I really want to play.
Well, I suppose as part of your cover or your actions, you are welcome to attempt to play this game if you wish to. But the point is, this is a game, this is a sort of role-playing game that deals with the lore of the Nightmare Rider. It is in development, about to be published, and your job, he kind of gets this very clever look on his face, is to ensure that within this game, the lore of the game, not so much the mechanics, which are just silly, simple, mathematical, statistical calculations, you must ensure that there is a means of defeating the Nightmare Rider and the forces of the mist.
Wait a minute. Nightmare Rider, as he is now, already exists, but this game will determine his strength in the past as well?
Precisely. As improbable as this solution seems, all of my observations about CC7722 have revealed that, though improbable, they must be true, for all other options are impossible.
Oh wait, doesn't that mean necessarily that we have already failed because he's already in power? Back then, we did not do the thing that would have made him disappear in the past.
Sherlock comes up to you and puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Dominic, I strongly urge you to not use your brain to think about this kind of thing.
Oh.
It will not go well for anyone. Your head is much better used as a battering ram,
Okay.
as a means
Gotcha.
of absorbing punches for your weaker friends."
All right. Sounds like a good stratagem.
So,
all right.
he sort of grabs his cane, turns around, lights his pipe, carries on. You see, the secret lies in some of these other realms, but also there in CC7722, in two other realities that you have visited on some occasions. Both the Princess of Tinaval universe, which was created there. I believe that some of you met one of the creators of that universe on a previous trip for an auction for an arcade game. He gestures to that. He is, of course, referring to Cora,
that.
who Lauren's character from that time where you went there to the auction,
Yeah.
kind of thing. As well as, of course, to the Superstar universe, a place you have not ventured to, but are very familiar with and have encountered individuals sort of from there with, he kind of gestures to the sort of, because there's the Frankie ghost woman over there is not a character, that just is that's like Cosmonaut, a version of Frankie that. You see, the trick to all of it is in a comic book. A comic book playing on the old story set in the Princess of Tinaval universe. Provided you can insert the information therein into this game, we will have a more universal means the more the game catches on.
Okay.
So we are trying to put comic book inside TTRPG.
Not so much the comic book, something from the comic book. I will tell you the issue number. I don't want to give you all the hints, of course. And Henry goes, or you could just give them all the hints so that we know everything. No. They must deduce it for themselves to some extent. Henry just does this. The comic book in question is a recently published issue of Meridian Salvation, the penultimate chapter, issue number 9 of a 10-issue miniseries.
Okay.
In that
Dominic
issue
writes this.
is the key to everything.
Okay.
And if it can be integrated with this game, well, our victory will be assured. It's elementary. Henry says, well, can we at least sort of tell them what was in that issue? What was learned from it? No. If they can find it, which I'm sure they can once they reach CC7722, they will grasp the true importance. Well, you know your mission. I'm sure you can carry it out fine. If you get in any deep trouble and he gives you a phone number, you may call me in that universe and I can attempt to assist or give you a clue. Henry just grumbles and hands you guys like a cell phone.
Wait, we have this whole time?
Henry says, I just summoned a cell phone from CC7722. It won't work until you're there. Sorry.
It's
Asha,
one of those glass screen things
Yeah,
again,
it's
isn't it?
Perhaps
Asha-
Nova should have this device.
Sure, maybe, yeah, it might make more sense. Asha, of course, I know that you are able to access elements of CC7722 for your sort of gaming from that one console in Course Code, which you.
Oh, you'll be able to.
computer.
You'll get the Wi-Fi again.
But you can get the Wi-Fi if you wish to take that tablet and play your game while you're there. You're welcome to do so.
Okay, be right back.
Sherlock says, interesting. A game set in the
There's so many
universe of-
updates to the game that you have to
gonna
wait
take so
5
long.
hours.
Yeah, it's
for
It's gonna
an
take the
update.
entire time we're there to
God
update.
damn it.
As this is happening, Henry kind of just sort of like nods to you guys and says, yes, well, good luck. You do. The mission is sound. His plan is sound. I think there are easier ways to accomplish this, but he's sort of dug his heels in. Oh, one other thing you will need, sorry. And he sort of goes over and at this point, Asha's coming back. He says, you need your lanyards and your badges, sorry. And he produces those. And as he begins to glamour those of you who aren't humans into human-looking people.
Since it came up last time, and we're going to have to find a comic, perhaps you can give us proper currency for where we are going, since we did not have swords last time.
Actually, yeah, and it's sort of, I think they do prefer. Well, you can pay with that phone, also. Nova, go ahead and set up a Face ID with that phone.
By
You can use
barter?
that for-
We
No,
can
no,
barter this?
she can use it to sort of, it's connected to an account. Just set a Face
There
ID.
is money inside of phone.
We need to crack it open?
Yep, alright, here we go. Henry just like waves his hand and he hands you like $1,000 in, 10s and 20s. Also take that, but Nova, if you need more substantial purchases, I assume you understand how Apple Pay works. There you go, you have one.
We're gonna go in. It's gonna be everywhere we go. It's gonna be cashless payments.
Well, that's the thing.
There's
Ordinarily, these
files
places
in
are.
the computer.
So basically, he's putting these lanyards onto you guys. If any of you want to look at the lanyards, you can.
Yeah, what
otherwise
does
you
it
just
say?
wear them. It just says Gen Con.
Rad.
Oh,
No.
god damn it.
Good night.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun hanging out.
We're there 1 minute and Nova's gonna get lost exploring Gen
is
Con.
it, like,
I know it. I know it.
Indiana?
Yeah, it's the
Indianapolis,
bait.
yeah.
No, I know
It
that's
is
I know that's
so
where it is. I'm saying,
massive.
is that where we're going?
Yeah.
Or is
Yeah,
it
we're
like-
going to Indiana.
I don't know you guys anymore.
All right. Sherlock says, as he's handing
wait.
these. Yeah.
If this is case, well, no, the Cosmonauts would have no sense of this. Never mind. I was going to argue that I could just not be glamored and just be the best cosmonaut cosplay that's ever walked the floor at Gen Con. But
Actually, Henry pauses having glamour stuff and he goes, I suppose I could just turn you into a sort of a cosplay version of yourself. Would you prefer to look like Cosmonaut a lot?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, he does. Cosmic Ocelot goes from being an actual like Ocelot thing to being a very good Cosmic Ocelot cosplay.
No, take it back. This is horrifying. Just fake person. Fake person.
No. I think it's actually good. You can, that's perfect. Okay.
It is like I am wearing my own skin, and it is not my skin.
Perfect. Well, enjoy Indianapolis. And yeah, good luck.
Very well.
Henry will sort of stop and say, "Oh, Asha, let me just check one thing on this tablet of yours." And he sort of does some magic on it, and kind of very quietly to you, Asha says, "That'll at least that'll get you there quicker. You'll understand." Don't know why. And he kind of then stops talking because Sherlock kind of is like, "Oh, whatever," and he walks away. So Sherlock says, "Now, I have other matters to plan for. There are your success here is well, I'll phrase it like this: if you fail, it's because I intended it for you to. Either way, I know what our next step is, and I'm also using some of Henry's other assets to handle other situations. You see, this is a multi-pronged, 6-dimensional game of chess, and I'm winning every dimension. So, good luck. Games afoot. Enjoy your tabletop role-playing games." And he sort of walks on. Henry just, oh my god. Good luck. Yes, thank you, everyone. Good, happy hunting. Anything you guys want to do before you leave?
As we walk away, Asha's just gonna say, "He's so full of shit."
Yes. Also, like, point of tabletop role-playing game is not about like math games. It's interpersonal relationships, which is why Sherlock seems to not understand it.
I have forgotten if Dominic knows what tabletop role-playing games are. I don't know.
I don't think you would. They would not have been invented yet in your time period. So yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt the flow for once. Well, what's a tabletop role-playing game?
Oh, it is sort of like collaborative storytelling.
Huh.
So you all sort of sit together and someone tells story and you say, "I do this thing and I do this thing," and we sort of see how that all turns out with sort of a game element, sometimes dice, sometimes other things.
Like what people usually do around a campfire?
Yes, but also like gambling.
Okay.
But there's no money involved. You just do it for
What?
fun.
Now I'm even more confused. I'm imagining a casino. Everyone's gathering around.
It's just how people pretend to be murderers without consequence.
I don't know what type of game you play.
I should not play a game. She just lived.
So as you guys walk through, you're
So
pretty
who's
good.
given the book?
Oh yeah, Asha has the book. Asha has the book in the tablet this time.
Dang it.
Yeah, I think they typically give it to Asha unless Asha's not there. Is my understanding.
Though to be fair, last time Dominic forgot to walk away and had to stop him from stripping the page right in the middle of everything again.
That is true. It was once again. It's like clockwork. All right, so as you guys walk through, we'll sort of hand wave the walking. You will basically awaken in a hotel room.
Hotel.
Where someone is sleeping at that convention center at I think it's the Indianapolis Convention Center.
So, in Asha's home, would she understand like the consequences of a minibar? Like,
I think you would, sure.
My God, Asha, you're gonna see so much stuff from home when we hit the floor.
yeah, Asha's gonna take peanuts or whatever the fuck is in his fridge.
Understood. Okay, cool.
Oh no! No!
$35 jar of peanuts.
Yeah.
All right, so you raid the minibar for peanuts, and you guys step out.
That's just free?
And
Okay. Take
Yep.
a beer with me.
Sure.
Pop it open with my God, nice. These tools. Use to
these
pop it
tools, yeah.
open.
So you guys
Start
step out. So
drinking it.
basically, you now all look like people. Cosmic Ocelot is in a cosplay. The rest of you are wearing lanyards that give you access to Gen Con.
For those of us that turned into humans. So I think just me and Dominic. Do we look like the same humans as before?
Yes.
Okay.
Previous humans, that's your look. Asha, you do hear a ping from your tablet as soon as you've sort of entered wireless service here, data service.
Asha will look.
The tablet it says download complete, and it has downloaded, I guess we'll call it Superstar Unbound. I don't know what the unlimited option will be. Yeah, it's Superstar Unbound. Yeah. It's an online collection of Superstar comics.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Does it have Meridian number 9?
It does have Meridian Salvation number 9. In fact, that issue is like in the download queue. It is downloading for you right now.
Does it have a setting to alert when that one specifically is done?
It's instantaneous. They're not huge files.
Oh, never mind.
That's why these online repositories are such amazing systems. And you don't even have to download. You can just stream and read from them. Just make sure you clear your cache because they can.
So then Asha is just going to minimize that and start updating that game.
Okay. So where do we go to find this comic? I mean, we are clearly at place. I see what looks like comic characters on here, so I believe we probably find comic broker on floor.
Yes. Is there some
Is
sort
there
of
like a map of the? Is there like an info desk? Are we at the front of the convention center?
Right now you're in the hotel, but anybody who wants to give me a navigate
but
track.
not the hotel, the convention
Yeah,
center.
you're like in the convention, so give me a navigate track.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Many of you are good at this, and Zekas is the best, but he's not here.
I have 3. Of course, he's the one that I hear.
Yeah. You know, you don't need more than one success to navigate to.
2 2s.
Double 8s.
2 2s, 2 8s.
3 8s.
3 8s, yes, Cosmo Ocelot with maybe it's because maybe you see other cosplay people and you're just like swept into them, but you instantly looking through the like eye holes of your Cosmo Ocelot head, you're like, okay, I do understand how this goes. And yes, you are very easily able to take the escalators down and get to like the entrance to like the main convention floor, which is where you're going. And not only that, I'll say that with the 8 and giving some meta knowledge, you also do grab a floor map of vendors. And you're looking through and you see where like many of the major vendors are, so you can kind of check those booths to see who might be publishing the comic in question, or the game in question.
Yeah, so
Not many people around here. I haven't seen more humans than when when the humans attacked. Yeah.
it sounds like story for other time, but I am curious. But I believe we must find game and find comic. So,
Okay.
and do we know? Did Sherlock say the name of the publisher of the game during all of that? It was just perhaps in.
He was claiming it would be elementary. Honestly,
Yes.
he's surprised you guys aren't back yet.
Yes.
Is he surprised? Really? He's surprised?
No, he's never surprised. He knew you wouldn't be, but he's perhaps disappointed.
Right here.
So if it is, no, I was gonna say it is not superhero game though. If we are just trying to put something from superhero comic into game.
I look at this map, and is there anything related to? Let's see. I'm just gonna do a quick word search. Anything saying Meridian anywhere?
Saying Meridian on there. Go ahead and
Just a quick look.
do a investigate research roll.
Are you sure I can't just do a quick look? My investigative research is 2.
Sure, do a look. Yeah, look roll's fine. That's fine. Sure, understood.
Are there booths? So
There
like,
are many booths. Yes.
Okay.
2 8s.
So
2
can I
8s.
look at a booth?
Sure, if you want to.
Okay.
2 8s, Dominic. You do in fact see a huge like banner with Meridian on it, announcing it seems to be for some kind of like superstar Meridian based like game. Nova, you want to look around at just booths?
Yeah.
Nova, why don't you do an investigate research? That's 5 dice for you.
Fine.
I'm just gonna end up at a cosplay meet and greet for Meridian and start asking questions about it.
2 sevens.
2 sevens. Hilarious. You are looking around at the various publishers and you're kind of like going to booze because you know there was something about Nightmare Rider game. And you do see that there is, in fact, there is a banner that features an evil-looking horse surrounded by like purple mist at one of the publishers.
Ooh, okay. I'll go to that one.
Understood. Dominic, so Nova spots something and starts walking to that. Dominic, do you go to the Meridian one or do you follow Nova?
Yeah, I'm doing the Meridian one.
Going to the Meridian one. So Cosmin Ocelot.
Because he explicitly said, step 1, find that comic first,
Well,
then do the thing.
Henry gave that to you, but Asha's taking a different tack on that, so we're all good.
Well, Asha didn't tell me what was on there.
For sure. So Asha and Nova.
Asha isn't sure what's on there.
Yeah, it's great.
I don't know what's on
Asha and Nova are heading to the booth. Dominic is going to the Meridian sort of banner. Cosmin Ocelot, can you roll me a look roll with 1 penalty because the mask is hard to see through?
Wow.
Felicia likes that
So,
one. I'm glad. Okay,
I
that's
roll
good.
1 less die.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that 1?
2.
Oh.
Nothing.
Wait a minute. I don't have a cell phone. Cosmin Ocelot doesn't have a cell phone.
Cosmin Ocelot, you do. Somebody puts a hand on your back, and you feel you're being led in a direction, and so you start walking as well.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, group. We go this way. That's great. Thank you.
He doesn't see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice costume, by the way. Somebody says to you. Okay.
Asha's
Thank you.
gonna kind of like just grab Nova's like hand, I guess, and like hold it. She's gonna say, Nova, why it look like lots of people here wear really bad full body toupees?
Well, because, like, people are, like, living out their wildest dreams.
Their dreams have really bad hair.
Yes.
Wow, this place scary.
Also, good hair is, like, really expensive, so it's probably all they could afford.
Asha's just gonna think about that and be like, Asha, be rich one day. She's gonna keep following Nova.
Understood. All right. So, let's see. We've got 3 things going on here. Cosmin Ocelot's being the most important. So I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we will start with Cosmin Ocelot. Okay, Cosmin Ocelot. You look around and you see there are several other people who are wearing. They actually look very similar to you because it's a bunch of people who have Brawl Rock Online costumes.
Okay.
Okay, so there are you see Baxter Beak is there. You'll see roll a d20 for me.
18.
18. Baxter Beak is there. Reginald Poltroon from the Bizarrement Department is also there. I believe you guys met Reginald Poltroon. He was like real scared all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And roll another d20 for me.
Okay. I'll roll again. That was 18 again.
Sure.
17.
17.
Incredible.
Oh, also Tommy Trunk, the sort of like the elephant from Jolly Jingles, is there.
Sure.
So yeah, you see several but other cosplays of people who you like know, and you're kind of like, oh, but then you realize, of course, it's just.
Yeah. Where are we going? We need to find Meridian Salvation number 9 and Knight Rider game to infiltrate.
Knight Rider the game, like Kit the car?
God damn it. Nightmare Rider.
Oh, because there is a Knight Rider thing. Oh, you want to play Knight Rider the game? You like Knight Rider? Wouldn't it be cool if Knight Rider was in Brawl Rock Online? Your costume's really good, by the way.
Thank you. I've spent a lifetime on it. Maybe Knight Rider later. Knight Rider. I don't know if Knight Rider in game would make sense, but might be devastating. But yes, there is no TTRPG with Nightmare Rider.
Oh, I mean, I do like TTRPGs, okay, but like, I mean, we clearly like video games.
You can like more than one thing.
That's true, but I mean,
you can
honestly,
be multifaceted individual.
If you ask me, there's too many TTRPGs at this gaming convention.
I mean, you would. What did you expect to find?
Video games. And they point, and suddenly you see that you are at the Brawl Rock Online, like, gaming station, where, like, there's a lot of people in cosplay and a lot of signatures, and you see a lot of, like, signs featuring yourself and all the other ones who look like you.
PC is, flattering,
so wait,
overwhelming.
Do you know Mandy? Your accent's really good, by the way. You just sound just like the game.
Who is Mandy?
Mandy, our friend. Or and then Tommy Trunks is like, I don't know Mandy. I've never met Mandy.
I have not met this Mandy either. I'm with Tommy Trunks.
She does so many different cosplays every con. It's amazing. She has a gender swapped synth devil that's really cool. She also was Smolder Baby, which honestly, like, sometimes I feel like her cosplays are like a little too, like, you know, like risque or whatever, but I guess I'm not gonna kind of hold that over her head. She had a really funny lampshade head one that was really cool. Yeah, I thought you're not with Mandy. Mandy said she was looking for our Cosmonauts a lot.
No, I am. I did not come with Mandy. I came with Nova and Asha and Dominic.
Wait, you know Dominic? Oh, I know Dominic. Dominic's really cool. Oh, okay, he knows Dominic. Oh, okay.
So
do you do a lot of Mass Effect cosplay too?
I do not know the effect of my cosplay. I don't know if it is massive.
All right. So, as that continues happening, we'll say evens Dominic, odds Asha Nova. Hey, look. Odds Asha Nova. You guys walk up to this booth. This is a gaming company called Mage. They seem to be like a pretty sizable company. In fact, if either of you would like to do a calculate, I would let you do that in this specific instance. I think that's the most correct thing.
No match.
Okay.
Two fours.
2 4s. You get the sense, looking at other gaming company things, this seems to be like a mid-major. This is like a pretty legit thing, and they have some other signs that like seem pretty big, but this is not the biggest company by any means. But they do have this kind of one banner about this thing, and as you sort of walk up to that, there is a guy kind of like you can also tell, no roll required for this, there are some like lower level employees all wearing, you know, like polo shirts or whatever, but there's one person who's wearing he's wearing like a kind of like a dress shirt, and he's got his lanyard on, but it's like an unbuttoned dress shirt, kind of like casual dude, but he seems to be like maybe a little older and a little more in charge, or to some extent. But he's kind of pacing around and looking at the sign, actually adjusting the sign some, and occasionally saying stuff. Most of the people are just there, like, asking people if they want to come test play various things. And some people are coming in, but a lot of people are just, you know, doing the convention thing of being Teflon and not accepting anything. And it seems like they want more people coming to their booth, but they're not, you know, they're not getting a huge amount, is the vibe. You also notice at this point that game is called Mists of Dread.
Ooh.
Is there like another lanyard shop or something?
A lanyard shop?
Or can I just buy a second lanyard?
Well, the badge, you couldn't get another badge, but like if you wanted to...
No, just
yeah.
the lanyard.
Yeah, I'm sure you could make a luck roll, Asha.
Rad. Three twos.
3 2s. Yes. Absolutely. What kind of lantern do you want? If it's horror themed, there's a lot available because that's what you
Sure.
want.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Asha's just gonna grab one, the closest one, or buy it. She'll buy it.
Okay. What is there any? You would just buy anything. There's no.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Nova, are you wearing jeans?
Sure.
Asha just wants to like hook it to her belt loop, and then,
On a leash.
yeah, use so that she doesn't get lost.
All right. So yeah, that happens. Somebody notices you like messing with your friend's belt loop and tying a lanyard that you're holding onto, and it's one of the employees here, and their reaction to that is absolutely nothing. That is not even the 100th weirdest thing they've seen today. But yes, as you sort of approach, somebody's like handing out like dice or handing out gummy dice or just, like not like weed gummies, like candy gummy, but basically they're handing out various things and like trying to get people to come test play their games. As you guys are approaching, one of the young employees, he'll kind of walk up and be like, "Hey, we've got previews for a bunch of our games for our new summer series of games. If you guys want to check them out."
Yeah, that's why we came. It looked really interesting.
Oh,
But
great.
your booth layout kind of sucks.
Oh. As you say that, Nova, the guy who's back there kind of just like goes, damn it. He seems to really agree with you and he's frustrated.
Yeah, like maybe if you had like some cute beanbag chairs or something, like it'll be more inviting.
The guy hearing that, he stops listening to you and goes back to whatever he was doing. But the person the younger guy's like, "Oh yeah, cool. Well, we are going to do a test game. If you want to do like a preview game, learn how to play. We're running a game of a Mist of Dread, which is our brand new game that's got a lot of buzz online. We need a Kickstarter for it. Even though we're a company, we just do Kickstarters."
That's interesting. You guys don't have your own money?
Oh, we do. It's basically what you. I know what you're thinking. No, basically it's people. It's like you're pre-buying it, and the more people buy, the more cool stuff we can add to the game ahead of time.
Okay, I'll check out your game.
Awesome. Yeah, here, right this way. You and your friend can come in as Asha's just holding on to the thing.
I also
Asha.
want to be clear, despite Nova being the one hooked,
Yeah.
she's not leading Nova anywhere. It's absolutely leading Asha places.
Understood. Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Asha's trailing along. Cool. Asha, are you doing anything on your tablet, or you're just?
Yes, absolutely.
What are you doing on your tablet? You're playing Superstar Duel.
Is it done?
Oh, it's downloaded. Yeah, you're good to go.
Okay.
Henry gave you a high-speed data tablet. Like, I mean, you're not. This is it's 5G.
She will look back to the comics first and at least read the one she's supposed to read.
Oh, okay, understood. Never mind then. Meridian Salvation issue 9, which I believe that Callie was a part of, took place on the planet of Tinnerval. And it was interestingly a crossover as Meridian was traveling through the multiverse. She and her Fiat agents, they wound up on Tinnerval, and they fought against the Kazgid, who were Asha. Since you're the one reading it, I do need you to make an analyze roll.
I'm going to throw a little bit of power onto that. Two fives.
2 5s. Yeah. Okay. And ambiguity is actually perfect for this. So yes, as you look this over, those Kazgid look just like shadow elves, and in fact, some of the characters even refer to them as like they look like shadowy elves. The Kazgid do seem to have like they wear purple robes. They have a lot of purple motifs and things, but their magic is weak by the power of amber. The heroes wind up like creating, thanks to a Science the Congregation deck, they wind up using from the Jurassic World. It's very weird, but basically, actually maybe in the comic they never say Jurassic World, they just like refer to like from remember those old movies, you know, it's like that. But basically, they create a giant amber sauriosaur, like big amber dinosaur, and the magic of that is very damaging against the elves' magic, and they're able to rescue Alice Clifton as they do it.
Okay.
So that is what you read.
Does Asha understand what she's supposed to be gathering from this?
It's a reasonable question, Asha. Why don't you give me a
Luck roll?
Go ahead. Do a luck roll.
Oh, I got 2 3s and 2 5s.
Which would you like to go with?
I guess 3 because like quests, and this is a quest.
It's a quest. I think that makes
Magic,
sense.
maybe.
In magic, yeah, magic is probably you're about this is you're sort of be on the good side of things. I think that makes sense. You do it only because this is so similar to a Hollow game you used to play back, like that Stu would play for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is the plot of this? You're like, oh, I get it. Like, amber is the magic. You realize that it's something about that. You don't know the fine details, but you have the broad strokes. And based on what based on what Sherlock was suggesting, you suspect that he was saying you need to make sure that there is a mechanic for amber power in this game.
Okay.
Okay.
Now Asha play her game.
Okay. So Asha, as you and Nova, you just start playing Superstar Duel. So basically you guys come in and sit down, and there's a few other people there, but we're going to cut over to Dominic at this point. So Dominic, you walk up to the Meridian booth.
Question.
Yes.
Do I trip the metal detectors immediately upon walking into the convention? Or did they tell me not to bring my gun?
Henry would have had you not bring your gun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very
But-
well.
As you're walking around.
Gun translated to like a prop gun, like when you walk.
Yeah, now suddenly your gun is super
Like
light and has an
acid?
orange thing on the end. Yeah.
Then I
Yeah.
still would need to peace bond it because it would definitely put the stuff on the trigger
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah. No, it's got all sorts of. It looks like it's just a Nerf gun.
Right.
So as you approach, you can see that this is some game company, and there seems to be some like superstar game coming out, and there's a big picture of Meridian.
There's a picture of Meridian.
Mhm.
I just look around. Who does anyone look like? Actually, based on how Dominic would think, who is the most well-dressed person in the vicinity? He'll assume that person is running the show of this area.
Okay, give me a luck roll.
No matches.
Great. The best dressed person in the vicinity is a surprisingly young man wearing a very nice suit. He is standing in a line with other people.
Hey, you.
Yeah? Yes, sir?
Do you know? What do you know of Meridian Salvation number 9?
I mean, I don't know the specific. I know that was a series that came out recently.
Recently?
I do not understand. These series came out. What, on a serial movie that come out in theaters?
Oh, no, it wasn't. I don't, sorry, sir, I don't think that the Meridian movies were adapted from Meridian Salvation. It's a pretty new comic book, but maybe someday they will. If James Gunn gets his way.
Comic book. Do you know
Huh?
where can I purchase this comic book?
Oh, well, maybe, there's probably a comic vendor somewhere over there, sir.
Hmm.
We're here more for the role-playing game.
Role-playing game.
Yeah, Superstar
Right.
Heroes.
That's right. He said there was a TTRPG that needed to be solved. All right, I walk to the front of the line and see what's going on here.
Okay. But, like, there's someone like checking people in for stuff, and somebody goes, "Oh, sorry, sir, the line is back that way."
All right.
You see, like the teenager who's dressed in some suit-based cosplay, who you were just speaking with, who's really scared of you, is a few people back there in the line. But yeah, you come to the line. The guy's like, "Oh, sorry, sir, the line starts back there. We have a lot of people excited to get the new. We have more sets on the way over. We're gonna bring those out to you guys in a second here."
Is this
promo
where the
sets.
Nightmare Rider game is?
The what?
Nightmare Rider. Am I saying it right? Is it Nightmare Rider or Knight Rider?
There is a
Knight
Knight
Rider.
Rider game. Oh, you want the
No,
Knight
no,
Rider
I
game?
know. He's
I-
saying this in character.
Yeah, there's a Knight Rider game. I did see that.
Oh.
That's over at Nostalgia Games.
Oh, okay.
Right? See that booth over there?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very well. I shall go over there and stop by any comic book vendors to look at.
Make another luck
And
roll.
I'll,
Let's see if you have.
and
any
I'll be the
comic book.
worst
Yeah.
comic book reader. I'll stand there in the aisle reading through the comic books.
Yeah.
164. So,
Nope. No comic book vendors, but you do make it to Nostalgia Games.
all right.
At least that.
Wait a minute. Where's the horse?
The guy at Nostalgia Games goes, "The horse? What? A horse? What are you looking for? We have games about horses. Let's see. We got there's a Bonanza. You want the Bonanza role-playing game? You want to be Hoss?
Man. I open up the map and I'm going, okay, which way is north and which way is Meridian? The Knight Rider. Nightmare Rider.
Knight Rider. Oh, we have a Knight Rider game. Kit, you want to see the
Oh.
Kit game? Yeah, this is a great one.
Okay, maybe I'll do some manipulations here in order to figure out what's going on.
Understood. Okay, I'll tell you what, Dominic. Sorry to just embrace the chaos, but that's really what's going on here. Dominic.
Dominic doesn't know any of these
No,
stories.
of
He
course
does
not.
not
It's
know
a
what's
great.
going on.
It's almost like Sherlock's plan is a little weird.
Why don't you just point us exactly in the right spot? But he has a plan. If I'm here, Sherlock knows I was going to be here.
All I am waiting for is for the reveal that we are now going to play a 6-episode arc of playing the game within the game.
Playing
to
this
determine-
test game, yeah, exactly. Don't think I didn't consider it. The Inception nested game within the game, yeah. As you're looking through
Like
this,
putting Shahrazad into your Magic the Gathering
Yeah,
deck.
exactly. So Dominic, as you're trying to figure out what the hell this guy's talking about, go ahead and give me a. God, it's not. You just don't have a.
I am not a game player at all.
Yeah, you don't. You really
I guess
don't
if
have
it's
a
a
thing for this.
perform, if it's more of a game rather than role playing, then he'll do really badly. But
Well,
if it's
you're not
role-playing,
even. You're
I can
not
perform.
even playing. He's just trying to sell you a copy of Knight Rider the game, which doesn't have a horse on it at all.
Oh, I don't have any of the local currency.
Oh. All right. Well, come back when you do, I guess.
Oh, dang it! Fine.
Dominic, you turn around and you spot Cosmonocelot, a costumed Cosmonocelot nearby.
Oh, jeez. All right, Cosmonocelot. Glad I found you. It's not the right Cosmonocelot. Is
Make a
it?
luck roll. Let's find out.
526. Nope. I put my hand on Cosmonocelot. Glad I found you. Jeez. All right. Come
Inside,
on. I
a
need
voice
to-
is like, "It's really hot in here. I can't see anything." Thanks, Mandy.
Did your voice change? Oh man. All right.
Last year. All right. So,
And I'll be on an adventure. Go ahead.
so as you lead. Oh, this is so dumb. Cosmonocelot. Meanwhile, you're talking to. You're with a bunch of cosplayers, and they're talking about, you know, they're posing in front of the Brawl Rock Online, like banners and stuff.
So how long do you all do this for? Is this all that you do here?
Well, I mean, no, we also like browse and hang out, and we. Oh, and there's gonna be a big meetup outside on the steps for a big group photo.
Different than group photo that's happening here right now.
Well, yeah, like with way more people. Though we also will all branch off into our different groups to take photos too.
I see.
Do you not do? Is this your first cosplay con? Because your costume looks really good if this is your first one.
Yes.
Did you make it yourself?
Yes.
Wow.
This is a lot of first experiences for me. Yes.
That's so cool. They start moving. You're like here.
Please don't touch me without permission.
God.
Cosplay is not. It's not.
Jonas, don't touch people's costumes without permission. I'm so sorry that he did that.
Well, could you direct me to where I might find a Meridian comic?
A comic book?
Yes.
But we're gamers. We don't like comics. No, we can like different things. It's like Cosmonaut was saying. Yeah, sure. Let's see. They kind of look around. I'll roll a luck for them to see if they know where there's any Meridian comics. There's Meridian right there. And they point you to the Superstar, the booth where they're selling Superstar Heroes that Dominic just left.
Okay, that does look like a rather large beacon for this. Well, thank you for exposing me to this. I'm going to go find my Meridian.
Okay, understood. But just let us know if Mandy like Mandy said we should all meet. So like don't be too far. And I saw a couple people cosplaying Meridian.
Okay. And the meetup is outside later.
Yeah, meetup's outside.
Okay.
So Cosmonocelot, you start walking to that
see
booth.
you then.
Meanwhile, Cosmonocelot, you see Dominic walking with a different Cosmonocelot crossing your path.
Dominic.
Huh? Wait. Cosmonocelot?
Yes, I am Cosmonocelot.
Oh wait, are you Dominic? I've heard of you, Dominic. Hi.
Oh,
you're Mandy's friend, Dominic?
Yes, do you know this Mandy? They say you know Mandy.
Oh look, cool costume.
A lot of people came into my bar back in the day. One of them might have been a Mandy.
Thank you, Cosmonocelot. Your friends, I believe, are waiting for you. They are doing many photos.
Oh, I'm not. Wait, what time is it? Did I miss the group photo? Oh my god.
Check my watch. It is 7 p.m. The sun is way outside at night.
Oh my god.
You have missed.
I didn't adjust my clock.
As I understand, you have missed several group photos, but not the group photo.
Oh, thank God. And they just head off to the group photo.
All right.
Okay, so they directed me towards here so we can find comic. And I'll point to the Meridian booth. I think you've already been too.
I was there. They don't have the comic books there. I looked at these vendors. I couldn't find the comic book at all.
Okay.
Do I see anyone in vicinity? Just take a quick look. Anyone dressed like Meridian? I've seen artwork of Meridian. I know what she looks like.
Give me a look roll. Yeah. Give me a look roll. Absolutely.
2 5s, 2 2s. Noir, I guess. So yeah, mystery. Ambiguity.
You'll go with Noir.
Yeah.
Noir's your home one. Let's see. You definitely spot a few Meridians here and there.
Okay.
I'm gonna have this be a situation of two different successes.
Sure.
Here's
I'll
what you
talk
see
to
as you
Meridian.
look around. First of all, you see you see a few Meridians here or there. That's what your 5s give you. You're like, I got some Meridians. What your 2s give you is you see Asha and Nova sitting down at a table under a giant banner of the Nightmare Rider.
Oh. I'll make a note of Asha and Nova over there. Hopefully they don't move. I'll quickly go over to the Meridians.
I love it.
Okay.
Hopefully they don't move. Okay. Okay.
They're I'm waiting in line. How long could it? How
No, they're
fast
like
could-
they're sitting down at like a table. But yeah. go
Oh,
ahead.
they're already playing.
They've been brought back. But if you're going to find a meridian, okay, so it's you with Cosmonaut, are you going with him, I assume?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Grabbing on to the... Are you going to get a lanyard
Alright.
to tie on his belt?
I just want to be real quick. Just ask Meridian real quick.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
You
do you
walk
know
up
what
to a
happens in
Meridian.
Meridian Salvation number 9?
The meridian turns to you. Oh my god, hold on. Asks a meridian. Do you
This
know
sounds like
what-
someone trying to do a gotcha on them. I don't think you even read
That's
the comics.
100% what's happening. She replies, "Wow. I didn't realize there would be so much gatekeeping going on at Gen Con."
Hey, I'm asking
Wow.
because I don't know. I thought you would know since you're dressed up like Meridian.
Wow, so you're trying to show me that just because I haven't read every single comic book, I'm not really a fan of Meridian? You're trying
I had
to
to think
quiz
you
me
didn't
to
read
see
it.
if I know what's happened in Meridian comic books?
No,
People start pulling out cell phones and recording you, Dominic.
is that what you're doing, Dominic? Because I thought that you were asking us. Neither of us know what happens in
I
comics.
mean, I don't know. I thought you
Okay,
would know.
you and your you 4chan rejects in your cosplay, trying like pretending like playing dumb. This isn't cute, and we aren't standing for this anymore. And people start clapping for Meridian.
I start clapping too.
This-
Okay.
That does
Apparently they like
confuse the
that.
people recording you.
I mean, I was just asking a general. I want to do my charm persuade.
Go ahead and do your charm
legitimately
persuade
asking
to
out of
explain that you.
confusion.
Yeah,
I do not understand this culture at all.
yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
2 5s.
With 2 5s. And because 5 is your world in the board, you actually are able to kind of like paint your way into like, no, seriously, like I'm doing a quiz thing. I get, you kind of are explaining it's part of a mission I'm doing. You look like you might know, you kind of do that. And she's like, she kind of like waves people off and people put their phones down. She goes, okay, maybe we got off on the wrong foot. Sorry, a lot of people walk up to you and say, oh yeah, I bet you can't name the creator of Meridian. They'll try stuff like that,
Who is the creator? That's beside the point. That's
It's
beside-
Al
what
Star. I
happened?
know that.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Anyway.
know. So thank you.
Oh, well, okay. You're welcome. And yes, cool. But what was the comic you were asking about?
What was it? Meridian Salvation number 9.
I have no idea what that is. I'm sorry. I really don't read the comics. I just wear the costume. I like the movies.
Fine.
Wait, is there a movie we could find to get into?
We don't have time to watch a moving picture.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, there's that really bad movie from the 70s. I don't like that. But the newer movies are good.
Okay.
But But I have a friend who's a comic fan. Hold on. Hey, Mandy? Mandy, come here, Mandy.
Oh, Mandy, this is
Oh.
important woman here.
Lots
I
of people seem
understand
to
this
know
is one of-
Mandy.
Mandy comes over. Which cosplay is Mandy in right now? Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Synth level 5, 6. Mandy comes over as Smolder Baby.
I do not know any of these characters.
Smolder Baby is what she sounds like.
Well, hold on, it's not, because Sophia thought Smolder Baby was something very different. So let's be clear: Smolder Baby is not a baby. Smolder Baby is a hyper-sexualized like '90s
Yeah.
like
I feel
badass
like
girl, like
For whatever reason, that it like I
Sophia
really
thought it
feel
was
like
a baby who was on fire and was terrified of
Sophia
the
was the
notion of it every time we said Smolder Baby.
only one who interpreted it that way.
Oh,
Mandy comes over.
you are Mandy. Are you the leader of this pack?
No, that pack over there, yes. They all spoke your name in like almost reverent tones.
Oh yeah, I am. That's like, this is not bad. She's looking at your
Oh.
Cosmonaut cosplay.
Yes, thank you. We have a question about Meridian Salvation number 9.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I read that. I mean, I read Meridian Salvation. What's your question?
What happens?
What happens? And the Meridian goes, they're not gatekeeping. They really don't know. And she's like, oh, okay. Well, I think, is Meridian Salvation 9, is that the one where they go,
Are you asking us? We're asking you.
I know they're going through like the multiverse and they're going to different places, and well, the really fun one is where they go to Lore Fighter and they actually like they meet like Jinx and they like it's in a fighting game, and that one's really fun.
Oh, I fought Jinx.
Well, yeah, if you've played, I mean, she's a,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey.
but Yeah,
I lose
it's
to Jinx a lot.
it's in yeah, it's oh no, that's where they do the Princess of Tinnerval.
Dinnerval. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they go to
Okay.
Princess of Tinnerval, and I think Billy has a deck of cards, and they manage to. Oh, that's right, they're making the lesbians together, which is why we all love it. So yeah, it's basically Alice and Corinna getting back together, and they use magic, and they use ancient magic to do this like they use amber. They create a giant amber dinosaur.
Huh.
Yeah, and they
Amber
save Alice.
dinosaur.
And then Meridian has to like save all the people, even though she doesn't want to, because she's mad at the K-Skid elves or the K-Skid
Okay.
aliens.
Elves?
She doesn't say elves. She
Oh,
would say
okay.
aliens. Yeah.
All right, aliens. All right, sure. All right, Amber Dinosaur defeated the enemies.
Amber Dinosaur, Tinnerval magic.
That sounds. That's
Billy.
okay. I see.
Understood.
Sherlock, you brilliant genius to lead us into this person. How did you know?
Mandy, you are clearly, a wise and brilliant woman, and your reputation is well earned. Thank you for your help and grace.
Oh my
Yes.
god! Thank you. Wow. Good.
You
You're
are-
gonna be out of the
Credit-
group photo later, right?
The group photo or the group photo?
Like, yeah. Okay, so you know what you're talking about. This guy gets it. Yeah, the big group photo outside.
Okay.
Hold on. First, let's take about
Yeah.
20 pictures just right here, and then 20 photos are taken there.
Sure.
Okay.
If we have time, but let's go fetch Asha and Nova. At that night, what was it called? Miss Dread. I think
Mists
I saw
of
the sign
Dread,
for that
yeah.
one. All right. Hopefully they're still there. Are they still there?
Meanwhile, cut to Asha and Nova sitting down, and there's a couple other people sitting down to play. The guy who's kind of the older guy, he sort of like motions and he sort of sits down at the table, and somebody goes, one of the like younger employees goes, "Oh my god, you guys are in for a treat." So this is actually the designer of the game who's going to run this module for you, this kind of how to play module. And he said something. He goes, "Hello, I'm
While we were waiting, Asha
Yeah.
would have explained the amber thing to Nova.
oh,
Just to be-
perfect, okay." Ooh, you would have explained that
Oh my
to
god,
me.
we're gonna mansplain twice in this
Okay.
session. Oh my
And
god.
I'm super into it. I am super into it.
Okay, so you tell Nova about the Amber stuff, and you can even like be showing her the comic and everything.
Yes, exactly.
All right. As it happens, you're doing that. And while that's happening, I want either of you to give me a detect vibe read person.
Who is the person?
It's this. Actually, Asha, you can't. Nova, you can do it. Give me a detect vibe read person. Let's
I
see if
can
you
put
just pick
power
this up
on
on
it.
your stuff.
I'm also very lucky today, so I feel like I could possibly do it.
I've allowed so many more luck rolls for you today than people ever roll in this game.
She's gonna milk that. She's gonna
I
milk
am.
that.
And we're just getting started. Okay, Nova, how'd you do for a read person?
What was it for?
This is actually for that guy. It's like this kind of older, like this kind of more like higher up person is who you're rolling this against.
Two sevens.
With 2 7s, you know that he hears Asha talking about that comic to you guys. And you suspect that hearing that, he's like, and then he actually kind of comes over and says something, and now he's going to run the game for you guys. He's like, so welcome, hi everyone. Hi, my name is Marcellus O'Neill, and I am, I designed this game, and we're really excited about, this is a new horror game that we have here at Mage Games, and it's, have you guys played mini systems like this? Have you guys played any of our games before?
Not yours.
Not ours. Okay, cool. So this is what this uses a very simple dice pool system where you roll a bunch of d8s and you're looking for matching numbers across the d8s. So the way it works is that you're trying to like the height of the number doesn't matter. You're not trying to have the biggest. You're trying to find the most matches, and then each die number, and you see it, and he kind of is handing out these little character cheat sheet things. So each one of these is actually like each number has a sort of like idea to it, like a type of fear, and that's the type of fear in question. If you ever roll the dice. So, for example, ones represent acrophobia, so that's like heights and loss of control. Twos represent agoraphobia, that's like crowds and panic and, being insignificant in like a crowd. Three's astrophobia, that's storms and lightning. Four is claustrophobia. Five is nyctophobia, fear of the dark and stuff. Thanatophobia, that's six. He's kind of pointing you through it. So yeah, it's basically this really weird system where you're trying to roll matches of d8s and try to have the highest number possible.
Strange system.
Yeah. I think
Okay, well, what goal?
So the goal is simply to survive. So this is in a world where this figure called the Nightmare Rider is sort of like capturing people into these sort of like misty fear realms and creating this mist that no one can pass through. So the object of the game is just to survive and escape. And it's based on a lot of different things. It's based on some like Welsh folklore. It's based on some other kinds of folklore, like myth and some of that stuff. And it's yeah. Are you guys into? Have you read about the Nightmare Rider? Are you familiar with that character? Okay, cool. Well, yeah. So I think you'll like this game. Yeah.
Sorry. So does Asha understand that that the amber is probably his weakness or something like that?
I think that you do think that the amber is the weakness of shadow elves in the mist, to which the Nightmare Rider is connected.
Got it. Okay. So if she knows all that, so you have mist and stuff in game?
Yes, so there are mist mechanics. Oh yes, so yeah, if you're familiar with this sort of stories, yeah, there's mist and stuff. And I mean, you've seen this, and I mean, there's been lots of books and TV shows and comic books have talked about this stuff here and there. So, it's like a pretty common sort of trope.
You have protection from mist?
Well, there are actually some in this module you're doing today. You just want to stay away from the mist. There's no way to protect from it. So you guys ready to start rolling?
But in other module, is there mist protection?
Sort of a question we are having about it. We want to make sure the game's really scary, so you don't want to give people too many outs, you know what I mean?
Well, name one out.
Well, you can just kind of, if you just roll enough matches, you can just run fast and get out of the way.
Running not out. Running not protection.
Well, let's run through the module and you can sort of see how it works. So, Asha and Nova, I guess Asha, if you'll do a gaming roll. And Nova, if you would like to do, I don't know what the best role for non-Asha gaming would be, honestly. Just do a just do an analyze. Unless you want to pitch me a different one.
I was looking too. I'm like, no, I think analyze is fine.
Yeah, go for it. Analyze.
Yeah. I was like, endurance. Just kidding.
So, well, you need it for TTRPGs. Let's face it.
Totally. No matches, boo.
Oh no, so Nova, you're not. The game is very weird, and Asha's questions were strange, and this is all kind of a goofy situation. Asha, how'd you do in your gaming roll?
2 7s.
2 7s, comedy. Okay, great. Could you both also give me a luck roll?
Yeah, I can. 3 5s.
3 5s? Oh,
yeah.
Boy. Okay.
2 3s.
Okay, so Nova, your strategy is not perfect in this as you're trying to do it, but you do get some lucky dice rolls. But meanwhile, Asha is just over here, just doing good strategies and then rolling. She's like, Asha's like, Asha, you don't even need Amber to defeat the mist because you're just moving so quick, or you're kind of getting out of all the situations. You're doing great. The guy's like, whoa, okay, those are all, wow, okay, 4 of a kind again. That's crazy. So this kind of carries on. But you guys are learning the game and kind of learning that there is a lot of like the Nightmare Rider seems to be the underwriting thing of this game that is very fear-based and very sort of spooky. Nova, because of your expertise in it, I would love for you to give me an analyze roll, and you may add your folklore ghost stories to this, and 1 extra die because of your specific ties to sort of Agnes and Maisie. So that is a total of 8d8 that you can roll on this roll.
Yeah. My God.
Crazy.
Yeah. And if you want to, you could spend 4 power and max it out at 10. That's up to you.
Okay.
You're okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. 8 is enough, according to an old show. We're doing great.
Crazy. 3 5s, 2 6s, 2 4s.
Wow. 3 5s.
Gaius agrees 8 is enough.
Very good. Okay. Gaius agrees. All right. So Nova. Nova, given your deep understanding of Maisie and your stuff that's going on in the Nightmare Rider, one thing that is very interesting to you about this game is that while this has many of the familiar hallmarks of horror in the stuff that you've studied, whether it's from the Blood from a Stone stories you learned back at Oakshire University, or whether it's the stuff you've learned in your journey across the multiverse, this does not have Maisie energy to it at all. This game is not Maisie-ified. It is scary and spooky, and it's so like on a superficial level, but kind of like this doesn't have Maisie's overarching interest in like love and like combining love and dread and kind of having these things. This is much more of just a it feels more like the Nightmare Rider, just kind of like raw nightmare instead of the sort of the way that Maisie does it. So you do think that this has nothing to do with Maisie, but this is definitely something in service of the Nightmare Rider. You're confident in that conclusion. The module is ending. Meanwhile, go ahead.
Is my bestie here with me?
Is your
bestie?
Agnes.
Agnes is you? If you're carrying Agnes around, Agnes is with you, no problem. Yeah.
Does she have thoughts about this game?
Just thoughts about everything.
If you hold Agnes up to your ear and freak out Marcellus O'Neill, absolutely. Perfect. Agnes will say, "Well, this game is better than Maisie because it's not insulting me the way she did. But, yeah, I don't think this is her. I think this is the Nightmare Rider. But I will tell you, just independent of all this, I don't like Sherlock. I find him very rude."
Yeah, he is kind of rude. I think he hates women.
Oh, he definitely does. Yeah, he does. Also, I've been looking at your phone, and apparently so does Dominic. No, but as you confirm with Agnes, as the guy is like telling a thing and he sees Nova just like holding a thing up to himself, he's kind of... So yeah, as you guys creep through the hallway, you're kind of, going through this, but the game ends. Meanwhile, Cosmonauts and Dominic, you have finished taking your photos with Mandy, and you do manage to get over sort of to this where you can see Asha and Nova are playing the game with some guy who's running it.
Oh. You two are still there, thankfully.
Hey, Asha, Nova, hello.
Oh, sorry,
You
we're
from
almost done here. Yeah. So he's kind of... So, Asha, I guess give me one more luck roll, Asha.
Is this Asha? Is this KJ rolling for Asha or Asha rolling for her little nightmare character?
Well, I'm gonna let you use KJ's roll, but this is Asha rolling for her little nightmare character.
That is 2 4s and 2 1s, so I will do 1s.
Understood. Yes, Asha, you do, and he's like, you escape. You live to. Congratulations. So as you rush free of the mist, you know that you've avoided being pulled into a folk horror, the terror, and you can hear galloping hoofbeats as the mists are pulled away. You've survived for tonight. Oh yeah, great job. Yeah, and the other people who are playing with you are like, okay, whatever.
Did you have
So yeah,
fun?
that's the game.
Did you have fun with this, Asha? It's a game, right?
It all right.
What is problem, Asha?
It seemed kind of silly that only solution running away.
Well, sometimes there's scary things in the world. You can't, you don't want to, you don't want to turn this game into a thing where it's like, you're just like, we're trying to have this be a little more like hard-edged horror. There's a lot of horror games where you have all these kind of where you're basically superheroes. We want this one to be very sort of survivalist and scary. Yeah.
Who say anything about superheroes? It's just something like, what point if only solution run? There should be multiple solutions so different play styles can enjoy.
Well, there's a lot of room for that as well, but you're not wrong, but there are a lot of different, so example, you could have run, he starts trying to explain all the different ways you could have run away.
So it all running.
Well, it's all escaping, it's all getting free of the mist, right?
Isn't that a little bit constraining? Do you expect, what, 2 girls are only solution? Women? Sorry. The only solution.
Suddenly Dominic knows all about this.
Somebody's like,
to run?
recording Dominic again. He's on another one.
Have the wolf line.
Can we get security over here? Can we get this guy banned?
I learned a lot in 5 hours. The language I need to use.
But isn't part of horror learning to, overcome fear?
Well, you need to overcome the fear to run it. It's the... Okay, so and the other people who, just the 2 random people who are playing with you, they're like, I also think it would have been good if we'd had, a way to, fight back. I think, actually, she's really right about that. So, yeah, I would agree. And he goes, well, okay, I will mention to you guys, this was just an introductory, thing for the sort of the, kind of the mechanics. There are some other means of doing things. There's some stuff we're considering putting into the final version. We're still playtesting, so,
What are you considering?
He kind of gives you a look and goes, well, I think I actually heard you maybe referencing some of it. So I guess if you are someone who's read about the folklore of the Nightmare Rider and stuff, you probably know some of the stories of like the power of amber light and all that stuff.
Yes.
Well, we're considering putting. It's been floated, but some of the investors kind of think it's diluting the game. There's too many.
I'm gonna tap Asha on the shoulder. The amber light. I was flashing around. That was part of the Meridian Salvation number 9.
Yeah, Dominic, yeah.
Oh, you knew.
Thank you.
Oh.
But let me explain to you, Asha, what that actually means. See, Asha's like, I read the comic. He's like, right, but I heard from someone who did the comic, so this is what it actually means.
What is it? How'd you read the comics? You don't have to see any of the books on you.
They all here.
No.
In the glass screen? The
Yep.
books and
All of them. Every single one.
it's not opened?
He's
No.
trying to pull the tablet.
I should show you how to use later. Please don't touch again.
Oh, okay. All right.
But so you want to put amber light in game, as per Asha's excellent suggestion.
You should put amber light in game.
It's certainly. The thing is, I'll be honest with you.
Just make it. It should be there, but maybe don't make it easy to get.
No, of course it wouldn't be easy. But okay, let me just be, because you seem very informed on this. And I heard you talking about the Meridian Salvation, where they actually used that and some stuff that was because it's all sort of. My problem. Well, one, some of our investors. There's this Romanian company who's helping us back this, and they just they said they didn't want that stuff in there. But
All right.
also, I get the argument they're making, which is true, which is the amber light, it there's not quite so much of that in the actual folklore. We're trying to be really true to the folklore. You know what I mean?
But
Right.
yes, it is in folklore. Where do you think it come
So-
from?
I'm gonna try to charm and persuade him and say that while true, there are instances where the pop culture of a folklore, like what I've seen in serial movies, basically becomes more famous than the original folklore because of more famous interpretations.
Dominic, that's a great point. Go ahead and do that. But actually,
I've read the collected work of Sherlock Holmes. It's way different.
I'm gonna bump you up on this one because I'm gonna let you use this from a true thing, but Go ahead and do a deceive roll on this, where you're like peppering in some false thing. Like you're using a truth as a foundation for a bigger lie. So go ahead and do a deceive.
Okay.
And if you'd like to put some power on, now
I'll
might be a
use
time
2
to do a
power
big
to
roll.
make it 7. See, in honor of Gaius, I'll do 3 power to make it 8.
There we go.
I mean 6 power to make it
6
8.
power to make it 8. Perfect.
All right. 1745. Uh oh.
1745.
8716. 2 7s or 2 1s,
Or spend 3 and reroll the whole thing.
or spend 5 to make it.
Or spend 5 to guarantee a 3rd degree. That's true too.
I'll spend 5, bring me down to 4, and making that what is it? 3 in 1 heroes super flat. It is Meridian, right?
It is.
Bro.
Since
I'm
Meridian's
just
the
gonna-
thing. All right, you get a 3rd degree success in that. Would anyone else like to pile on here? Would anyone else like to try to convince this guy using any of their skills they have? Yes, Cosmonocelot?
Oh, I had just a statement.
Oh, sure,
but,
go ahead.
I was just going to say that Oh, maybe I can use this and bring some occult fairy tales into this. Or occult folk tales into this. It is important in stories of horror that there is still hope, right? Because horror can only exist without hope. If it is invincible, there is no fear that it is inevitable, right?
That's true. Although, I mean,
the Amber
if you
Light
can...
gives hope,
Well,
and that makes it scarier.
go ahead and do a... you can do you can do an explain, and you can add your occult folktales. Sure. Because you start referencing a bunch of weird, like Slavic folktales that may or may not exist in the real world because they're the Slavic folktales of a video game version of a cartoon Cosmonocelot.
Yes.
Wow, there's so many layers
What
to
would
that
be
one.
the role for saying something along the lines of, and you know what? Maybe you're right. Everybody know that the best things happen from bending over for investors.
That would be Asha. I think that would be a luck roll.
Let's do it.
How'd you do Cosmonocelot on that one?
Oh, I'm gonna spend some power here.
Okay.
I'm gonna re-roll my pool, but I want to hold on to 2, so that'd be 5, right?
Yes, that's 5 to re-roll and keep 2.
No, that didn't help.
I'm so sorry.
Well, it did. I just have 3 pairs now. I was hoping to get to a 3rd.
I understand. All right, which one do you want to use?
I'm gonna use the pair of horror. I have 2,
Okay.
3, and 4. Can
That-
I re-roll if I have 3 pairs that are a straight?
Sadly,
I'll
no.
use the pair of horror.
But with that, you do kind of... Dominic makes a good point that's very compelling to guys like this. Asha, I think, is about to take it home. Asha, what is your roll there?
3 8s.
3
God
8s.
damn it.
Asha, would you like to spend 5 power and make it 4 8s?
Yes, I want him to cry when he goes to bed at night.
Okay.
Wait, I thought you can't. Whatever, we'll allow today
For
to
luck?
change the luck
Oh,
roll.
that's true. I usually can't spend power on luck. Okay, fair enough.
We'll allow it. It's Calvin Ball.
Calvin Ball.
No, because you know what? Because she called this, she gets it today only.
Brad.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's fine. All right, Asha. So go ahead and do the. Go ahead and do. So that's a 4th degree success in meta narrative. Oh my god, it's about secrets. You say that, and this guy has been so screwed over by investors before. You're cutting. It's like core memory accessed right here,
Oh no.
and he's just like. My lemonade stand was going fine until my stepdad said he wanted to invest. And he gave me more money to buy more lemons, but he insisted on... You're right, you know what? And to be honest with you, the Amber Light stuff, and based on what you said, maybe there probably are some sort of folklore stories I should use. I think you're right. You know what? I have the rules written up for it. We'll put it in. We should. I mean, they're investing in this game. They were big Kickstarter backers. They gave us some, they're strategic partners. But it's still Mage Games. We can still do what we want. We'll have the Amber. We'll have mechanics for the Amber Light.
That sounds like a good idea you came up with.
You know, I appreciate you bringing my great idea out of me because I've done all the work already. But yeah, thank you so much for saying that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
What did we do?
Pretty sure you had that idea, Asha.
It's okay.
Okay.
Asha not need credit. Asha just needs spend Henry's money. Let's go.
Oh, that's right. I still have $1,000 here.
Shopping.
Well, let's celebrate. Let's go to the bar. Yeah.
Oh, yes. You guys go to the bar. Here is money. I have to go take like 3,000 photos, I think.
That's true. You have to go do a lot of photos. So, in that case, if you guys are going to shop and take photos, you certainly can go you can do it upright at Gen Con. I'm pretty sure the what was that place called? The St. Elmo Steakhouse.
Yes.
That's I went there after Gen Con, obviously. I think a lot of people.
Me too.
It's very good.
Hey, besties.
If you guys want to go there, you can get the shrimp cocktail that has the hottest horseradish. When I was eating, I don't like spicy based on peppers, but I love horseradish, so I loved it. But as you're eating it, just up and down the restaurant, you hear people going, because it's so strong.
Yeah. It was rough.
Yeah.
I think I just sniffed it and said I'm good.
Okay, so you can do St. Elmo Steakhouse. You can do you can take photos. Cosmonocelot takes photos.
Yes, I made commitment.
Any other things you guys want to do while you're here? Any specific purchases you want to make?
$1,000. I think Dominic would have tried going to any sort of firearm shop to try to buy a gun, but then realized there's a mandatory waiting period. Oh, no,
it's also I don't know how, to get to a gun store from downtown Indianapolis. I mean,
yeah. Neither does Dominic because he doesn't know how to use the Google Maps.
Yeah.
Asha would probably buy the video game stuff.
Are you gonna use Henry's money on cosmetics in that mobile game?
Well, she has to put it on a gift card first, but I'm talking about the stuff
true.
at the because there's video game.
Yeah, there's also
Yeah.
you can buy various video game swag and games and things for sure.
Yeah.
Nova, anything Nova would pick up at Gen Con?
Yeah, tarot cards.
Sure.
Crystal dice.
Oh, that's right.
Jewelry.
Oh my god, you should blow most of the money on a set of tungsten dice.
Oh god.
$800.
Yes.
You should get the earrings with D20s on them.
Oh wait.
Oh, yeah.
Oh Nova, you could just do that from your phone. You could just Apple Pay for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Nova's the one who has unlimited money as far as we know.
All I know is if they set a time to meet up later, Dominic's gonna walk around. He's gonna be real confused with people recognizing him and wondering, wow, news travels really fast in this day and age. I thought it would have taken at least one newspaper cycle for any of my exploits to get around.
No one will sell anything to you on the convention floor.
Get out of here, man. I don't need the heat of selling to you. Yeah. All right.
Boy.
So in any case, Nova buys. Everyone buys cool stuff, takes pictures. You guys have a fancy dinner, as you often do when you go to CC7722. And when you inevitably pull the page, yes.
He's
Asha,
absolutely gonna buy one of the skins for the cards, and be like, Henry, can you believe this $50? It's so dumb. Look at it. I have it on all the things now.
Oh. All right. Well, you know what? Honestly, the Russian oligarch whose money I'm siphoning off to sort of use this money, I'm fine. I don't care. That's fine. Do whatever you want with it.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to do something before we leave.
Oh, sure. Okay.
This is after we've had presumably several rounds of drinks that are punch bowls the size of our faces. Wait, Nova, call Sherlock and tell him we don't need him. Call Sherlock and tell him we don't need him.
Okay.
I want him to pick up and say, hello, Nova. I want
put it on
him to.
speaker.
Yes, hello Nova, do you need a clue? Or
God
you...
damn it. I knew it. I
No.
fucking knew it. I knew he was gonna do that.
No, we just wanted to tell you that we've never needed you ever.
Oh, well.
Now hang up. Now hang up.
No, wait, don't forget your gentlemanly needs.
Now, hold on, that was a different
No, hang
version
on,
of
no,
me who
hang on.
said that.
No, hang on,
I
hang on.
never, yeah.
Wow.
This is best mission yet.
Alright, so after steak, dessert.
I'm imagining that during my
Shrimp
session
cocktails.
here, while I'm trying to have a quiet night drinking out there, people are just walking up to me and just throwing stuff in my face for no reason.
How dare you? Wow.
Okay, get in line, bozo. This is not the worst I've suffered from people disrespecting me in my lifetime.
I don't know if this is the right tactic to take, but
Oh my god.
I mean, one time a bunch of knife ears shot up my bar. That was the worst day of my life.
Nice.
I'm
dude,
sorry,
I
knife
forgot
ear?
about that.
What is knife ear?
Oh boy. I'll tell you that. If I was saying that back in
They have
Justoria,
ears made
I'd
out
be
of
canceled
knives.
real quick.
Are we just
Man.
walking back and Dominic just being as racist as he fucking can? Like,
He's just being, yes, but only against elves, so people here actually do understand and get really offended. And with that, you guys dream walk back home, where Sherlock is actually in a huff. And Sherlock is saying, before you give your report to Henry, I of course have deduced precisely how things have gone, and I have to say though you've ultimately succeeded, I'm disappointed in how long it took you. I do want to make one thing perfectly clear. My assistance is contingent on no one addressing the spurious claim of my gentlemanly needs.
You do not have gentlemanly needs.
I certainly do not.
That is weird, dude.
Henry says, oh, so you have ungentlemanly needs. What? I don't.
you real nasty. Okay.
I have no needs at all. I'm needless. That is to say, no, Well, give us your report then, because your call to the other me was not illuminating. Henry's
So
like,
you did
No,
thing.
but you knew exactly what we were gonna say anyway, so there was
of
no
course
need
I
for
know,
us to
but
elaborate.
Henry doesn't want me to explain, so go ahead and tell him. And Henry goes, no, actually, Sherlock, I'd love for you to explain precisely what happened there. Sherlock
And
looks at
Dominic
them and
is
says,
excited, saying how he would have exactly knew I was gonna meet up with Mandy,
Yeah.
who would have told everything.
Sherlock
Yeah.
gives you guys a once over.
I'm a little puppy dog right now. I want to know how does the great Sherlock Holmes knew I was gonna exactly go down that path.
Sherlock says, fine. Well, judging by the sort of stains on their sleeves, the liquor on their breath, they spent time at a steakhouse, presumably St. Elmo's. That was their final action before they came back. Obviously, Nova and Asha did a great deal of shopping. Based on slight degradation to Cosmonocelot's pigments of his clothing, he took many photographs outside. And it would appear that they did all of this in celebration after having successfully influenced the creator of the game to include the Amber Light, which they of course found from Meridian Salvation number 9. He taps Asha's tablet with his thing from the comic that you loaded on, spoon-feeding them the information.
Did you expect us to find Mandy?
How did you know that I was gonna meet Mandy? I want to know.
Well, I can't reveal everything, Dominic. Everyone can do a detect vibe read person.
I refuse to detect vibe read.
No match.
I believe him wholeheartedly.
Right, Sherlock.
Of course he knows.
Sherlock,
Hang on.
roll good on this roll good on this deceive, Sherlock.
I'm gonna spend the remaining 8 power to add 6 die to this.
But if I was trying to detect vibe for 2 4s, I would have figured it out probably if he's
You did
rolled.
not with 2 4s.
No, well, I refuse to do it anyway, so I believe him wholeheartedly.
3 5s.
3 5s. Asha?
Yeah, that's what I got.
No matches. I just wanted to point out that Asha is still absolutely leashed to Nova.
Yeah. just pulling behind Nova. Nova, any matches?
No.
Cosmonocelot. Sherlock also had 3.
Mhm.
But because you got 5s, which is, secrets, betrayal, shadowy nonsense. I will say that you are fairly confident he didn't know who Mandy was. You are not 100% sure, but you're pretty darn confident.
I will just smile slightly. You see.
Henry says, well, so in other words, you have influenced CC7722 into strengthening the position that the Nightmare Rider specifically can be defeated by the Amber Light.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very
He
interesting...
might have included some other things depending on what else is well known in that world's pop culture, but who knows?
I did speak a lot about Baba Yaga.
Perfect. That probably lends credence to the idea. Any connection you can give to something like the Amber Light between... Sherlock says, explaining this to them is unnecessary. All we need to do is come up with the next mission for them to go on. And hopefully they can carry it out to my satisfaction. I love to be satisfied.
I
There he
should
goes.
bet.
Oh, but you won't step right. If you're so smart, you should know not to say that. Sherlock says, what do you mean? It's my gentlemanly satisfaction. Oh, damn it. Henry says, well, I will be... And Sherlock says, no, I know the next mission. And Henry says, wonderful. We still will be consulting the divinations. Though Sherlock's mission is probably the one we should go on, the divinations may provide us with other possibilities. In fact, I'm going to make Henry's roll on the new Bat D20 that KJ found for us tonight. On an 18, 19, or 20, there will be 3 options. Only one is a Sherlock's pick. It is an 8, so there are only 2. And Henry says, no, there is at least one other opportunity we can have, although I'm sure it will be related to what we've learned here. And Sherlock says, well, that opportunity will be stupid. We must carry on with my plan, and we can have this sewn up against the Nightmare Rider post-haste. It's elementary. He kind of pats Dominic on the shoulder. Good work, Dominic.
Thank you.
Henry just goes, Jesus Christ. All right. Yes, nice work, everyone. I'll let you know how the divinations go. I do think that you have actually struck a rather definitive blow today, and all you had to do was go to a convention. My apologies, but I hope you had a good time nonetheless.
Everything but being in taxidermist suit of myself.
I don't know.
Now I know what it's like to be dead.
Oh.
I'm sure, but that probably helps you blend in and probably got you some connections you wouldn't otherwise have had.
Pat
So.
Cosmo on the shoulder. Me too, boy. Me too, buddy. Me too.
Then with that, we will end tonight's session. Nice
Well,
work,
that was
everybody.
ludicrous.
Dominic get canceled twice in the same session.
Yeah, I just feel like this is a fun game because we can have things like this in it.
Ludicrous.
Oh man. Did you like the beat where Did you like the beat where somebody yells and says like, stop gatekeeping, stop like quizzing me on the comics. Also, I don't read the comics.
Yep.
I got that.
Yeah.
Mandy read the comics though, so it's fine.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
That
she would've.
person
Stop-
happens to not read the
Yeah.
comics. But also, guess what? You don't have to read the comics to be a fan of a character. So there's nothing wrong with that person.
I
In
wasn't
this
judging, I was
instance, it
just
was a
asking.
problem for your mission. But it's fine, there was somebody else there.
Yeah, but of course Sherlock knew that that person wouldn't have known that that person knew Mandy. So of course he knew everything. was
Sherlock
gonna-
assumed they would eventually find a boy who would have actually read the comics and done the correct guy. You know.
Why wouldn't you just ask a woman? They would know just as much as men would know, right? That's it's a Dominic.
Dominic sounds so sarcastic when he's saying Why would you ask a woman? They'd know. Oh my god. Well, guys, that was great. Thank you so much for playing. This was a lot of fun. We have some other games on the channel. I need to change Sunday, don't I?
Oh, yeah.
I need to change Sunday to Nightbot. So on Wednesday, we are back with the Deck of Long Lost Things. Last week we ended with a big level up, crazy burst of activity. So come check us out to see how things go on our next mission on that. On Friday, it is the penultimate episode of Blood from a Stone, A Tale of Love and Dread and RPG. Only 2 games left. Things have gotten to a head. We had a lot of death last time, and including a big character death and some big stuff's going on, and we haven't even brought in some of the major people who will be here. It also begins the Week of Blood. So a lot's going on. There's a major character who's always involved in the Week of Blood, and she will be kicking things off next week. So I know Sophia will be excited about that. And on Sunday, we are back with more Monster the Ravaging, which I have to say was a lot of fun last night.
It was a blast.
Monster the Ravaging kind of was an interesting start off, an interesting vibe, and I think the players enjoyed the system more than they thought they would. You can see Ka and Pierce there, as well as Jed, and eventually Vaughn, and I think Anna too.
I impressively failed at rolling, even for my standards, I think.
Yeah, he had three. What is it called?
Rage dice.
What was the kind of
Monstrous-
failure? Monstrous failures. It wasn't monstrous failure. That's the worst. That's when it's on a primal roll. It's not. There's some. It's the secondary kind of failure you had were really bad failures, and it was hilarious. Right. It was. It was spectacular failures. You had 3 spectacular failures. It was great.
In a row.
And one monstrous success was arguably the worst of all of the bad things. Yeah.
I got shot in the chest and then ripped someone's head off.
So yeah, it's a really fun kind of game. It's kind of Vampire the Masquerade-esque, very gothic punk, very 90s, very... I keep describing all the leather and slow motion and billowing. So it's a lot of fun.
It is the least scary game you've done.
Or is the scariest. Boom, boom, doo, 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 doo.
We get lots of music drops, lots of helicopters. There's at least 3,000% more helicopters in this game than any of the other games.
There's
I'll
so
say.
many helicopters. The joke
In the
was I
first
just looked.
minute, there were 3 helicopters.
Every single one of them
Right.
getting dropped off by a helicopter on a
We
roof.
all arrived in our own helicopters for the meeting.
It was stupid. So join us for that. Then a week from tonight, we are back with more of this game. I will mention, just because it's kind of clear about stuff, I'm sort of doing some resets of things. The Dreamlands we are in our sort of final phase here. We are driving to our ending of the Dreamlands as well, which is very sad, but, also fun because, I'm sorry, Nova, it's okay. You get more ghost friends. It's okay. Don't be
I'm about to say,
crying.
Nova, you might die and become a ghost.
You might die and become 2 ghosts since you already have 1 ghost.
That's true.
True.
So yeah, we're kind of driving toward the end there, so we appreciate that, and it's been a lot of fun. And sort of keep
if
voting.
you have a ghost you already and you die, does the body become a ghost and the ghost become a body?
You're overthinking it.
Maybe.
We could find out.
This is some real Buddhist. This is some real Buddhist philosophy here, where you
really
die
is.
as a ghost and you reincarnate as a person.
Exactly. Check out our Discord to interact with us, our wiki to see how all these games intersect, and our YouTube to watch old episodes. Join us next week. Still vote. We got a couple more, however many more sessions we have votes, so you can vote for what their missions are in these final days, at least as long as Sherlock doesn't completely take things over. I love how Sherlock is you guys seem to view as the obvious choice for who you need the help of, and also you just hate him so much.
I don't.
Not Dominic.
I'm a
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be great stuff. Well, thank you so much. This has been a lot of fun. We will see you all next time. Until then. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. Anyone want to plug anything / Pierce want to say what movie this was?
Sure. I'll real quickly say, tomorrow I will be streaming with Andrew on Andrew's channel. Andrew's trying. I think we're going to be playing Project Ethos, which is the game that he wrote. I'm not sure when exactly. So I guess stay tuned to his channel for that. As far as Manzukasing goes, I thought of I swore I had to go back and look. I have not recommended this movie, and that seems absurd, but it is a movie that begins with a convention. As much ludicrous stuff happens, I think, and it is very funny, and I feel like it is still remains criminally underseen, even though I know everyone I talked to has seen it, and that is Galaxy Quest.
Oh, sure. Galaxy Quest is a good movie.
It's so good, it's so funny, and apparently not a lot of people still have seen it. So
That's interesting. I feel like that's a pretty classic. Well, very good. Check out Galaxy Quest, everyone. Thanks for watching. Anybody else say anything? Complaints? Okay. Thank you all for being here. Hey, I appreciate you, players. You're all great. Thanks for being here, everyone. Until next time. Sweet dreams.